Well, since I've had quite a few people, why does it just look like that picture? Just, maybe it's the way I'm sitting in this bed. Let's see. Picture's like lopsided. I'm trying to get, little moon thing. Again, I painted that side. The wife painted that side. Tell me who looks better. Which one looks better? Mine looks like, I don't know, some, Picasso or somebody, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think Picasso could do drawing, painting like that. And as you can see, I'm very well versed as an artiste. Yeah. Remember an old Webbot report or 2 or 3? I talked about these atmospheric. Whoa. Oh, let's try that again. Atmospheric rivers in the sky. Atmospheric rivers in the sky with diamonds. Atmospheric river bringing threat of mudslides and flooding to California, says Fox News. Torrential rain causes mudslides in California. Crews work to clear debris from roadways after heavy rainfall causes mudslides in Northern California. A weather system known as an atmospheric river is unleashing heavy rains across California, bringing the threat of mudslides and flooding Thursday to a region that's already been slammed by days of rain and heavy snow. The National Weather Service's Weather Prediction Center said a strong storm system is unleashing an enormous surge of tropical moisture across the Golden State. Several inches of rainfall is expected across much of Southern California, with the highest totals for the coastal mountain ranges, the National Weather Service said. There is a high risk of excess rainfall on Thursday. Of course, it's a couple days old now. But, you could read a little more of this. A little Fox update. Bottom line, Webbot hit. Before we even started hearing words like atmospheric river, it was telling us, again, pretty far in advance, get ready to start hearing terms like that. I do remember something else it said, that there was only one instance that I remember of it kind of looking like it. Different. This is something different. Hurricanes, weather patterns that would look like a gigantic, enormous hurricane kind of a thing, like going across the country. Not like, part of the state of Florida, but like these huge weather patterns that would look like a hurricane. They're just massive, and they'd go like partway across the country. I think I remember hearing one thing that was kind of like, that might be it, but this was a while back, and it wasn't enough for me to, I don't think, say, like, oh my God, Webbot hit, but it, was it leading up to one? Who knows? I haven't heard anything or seen anything recently, that's for sure. But it did talk about it, so I know he hasn't released a Webbot report in quite a while now, but I've got all those old ones, and I'm sure I could find the section. Help, I'm tired. Like Darius always says, help, I'm tired. I think I told that story before. I went scuba diving a long time ago. I didn't actually scuba dive. I was just in the boat. And this guy, Darius, he was real competitive. My boss and his brother are fishing off the boat. We're like 10, 15 miles offshore. I didn't realize, first time ever going that far, I get seasick as soon as the boat stops. And it's rocking, me and my friend Jason. You saw Jason. He was at my house. Crypto guy. He was doing the night vision. Every time he got a tip, he'd go outside and look for stuff flying. Remember that, Jason? We were there together, both sick, seasick. But anyways, Darius is out there fishing. Let me fish. I gotta catch a fish too. Okay. We're gonna put on the scuba gear. We're gonna go down. I gotta go. I jump in the water fast. Okay, we gotta go down. I gotta get the spear gun. And he was like, he had kind of like a Russian accent, but although he wasn't Russian, it was something else. And we're like kind of on the front of the boat. It was a Grady White, my boss's boat. It's probably a 22 foot, 24 foot Grady White. And we're just like laid out kind of on the front, just like, oh, it's not feeling good. But I hear Darius pop up in the front probably about 30 feet away. Help! I look over at Jason. What the hell's that? Help! I'm tired. What? Help! I'm tired. Now, when you scuba dive, you have something called a BC, buoyancy control vest. And it has a thing where you can just grab it and blow into it, and it blows your vest up and you can float. If you have air in your tank, which he did, you just press a little button, and it fills it up in like 3 seconds. Boom, if that. And now you're not struggling to keep yourself afloat. You just let the damn thing do its job. So I'm not sure, when he says, help, I'm tired, I'm thinking, all right, we'll take a break. Come into the boat. We're 30 feet away. Help, I'm tired. So his friend who he brought dives in, grabs him, helps him, So he starts swimming to the front of the boat, not the back of the boat where you actually get in where it's lower, the front of the damn boat where you couldn't help someone get in if it, meant their life. Especially in a damn Grady White. So he's taking his weight belt off, still kicking and trying to keep himself afloat rather than pump his BC up. So I see he's trying, I'm like, all right, let me stick my foot down and dangle it so he can put the weight belt on my foot. So I'm like, getting down as far as I can. Grab this thing. Grab the goddamn thing. So if I got on my foot, I pull it up. He swims to the back. Me and my friend Jason were like, what the hell just happened? So then after that day, Darius was done. Darius was finished the rest of the day. No more fishing. From what I recall anyways, he definitely didn't do any more diving. There was an old tugboat or something that was sunk out there off of Tampa Bay somewhere. They had the coordinates to go out there. Good fish down there. So every time I yawn or I'm tired or my wife's tired, we just say it. Help, I'm tired. And it just means I'm sleepy. I'm yawning, I'm tired. Help, I'm tired. I got crazy stories. I have some funny stories to tell you. I don't make this stuff up. I mean, could you make that up? Could somebody have made that story up right now? Help, I'm tired. Take a break. You're up at the surface, take a break. Help, I'm tired. What? Grab this thing. Put it on my foot. Grab the goddamn thing. Every now and then I talk to my old boss, the auto mechanic boss. That's who this is. His name was Johnny. He's since moved to Alabama, but we'd laugh about it. Him and his brother Jimmy. His brother Jimmy still lives around here. We just laugh at old Darius. Help him, dude. And I'll finish. I don't think I told this story before. Same guy. So I was a mechanic, and I learned how to do it through kind of hands-on, on the job training through high school, working for him, my boss Johnny. And so I became a mechanic basically. And I'm like, I kind of don't want to do this. I was looking at some other things after a few years, and then I talked to him again at one point. He's like, hey, would you be interested in being a service manager? And I thought, yeah, I mean, I'm not out there sweating, hot shop, nasty, dirty hands every day, working on these old, junky pieces of crap. And I'm like, yeah, I could computer and front man. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, okay. So I was in a position where I was like, yeah, I would take that job. So I did. And now when we did that little boating trip, Darius had known them. I'm not sure how they ever met, honestly. But when I started working for them, the guy, he wasn't working for them. Darius wasn't. But when I came back as a service manager, he was looking to hire like one more guy, maybe two, as, techs or whatever, mechanics. So he's like, oh, hey, I'm going to, Darius is actually looking for a job. I'm going to hire him. And okay. Well, Darius is older than me. My boss was older than me. I was a young guy, But, I had what it takes to run the computer and get quotes and all that. It was like natural. And I was good with people. I cleaned up real nice, So Darius was a little bit bothered that this young guy I wasn't his boss per se, but I was the service manager. So, I kind of am. But I didn't act like a boss, like, I'm here to do work. You do your job, I do mine. We all work together. I'm not playing stupid games. But I guess when older people have younger people telling them what to do, and I'm not telling them how to fix a car. I'm just, hey, here's a job. Go do that. So, he would, in his own kind of way, like there was a car. All right, here's an example. We had a car that needed an alternator. It's right on top. It's easy to get to. Go, take you 15, 20 minutes to, if that, to take the thing off. So he tests it, needs an alternator. Mr. Service Manager needs an alternator. Like he would emphasize, Mr. Service Manager, like, because you're the service manager and he's not. Mr. Service Manager needs an alternator. All right, no problem. Call the customer. It's this cost. Yep, go ahead and do it. All right, Darius, they gave the go ahead. Go ahead and do it. I'm going to order the part. The parts company will, they'll drive it to us, drop it off. So I'm waiting. He's not working on the car. He's out there sweeping. There's no need to sweep, actually. It wasn't even dirty. Like, oh, all right, whatever. You can sweep a little mess. No, he's doing something else. Cleaning up over there. Doing something over here. Look at the car. Alternator still on. You might as well take the alternator off to take half the time off the job, right? So that when the alternator comes, you just put it back on and put the belt on and tighten it down, tighten it all down. Rather than do the entire job when the alternator comes, there might be some other work to do, you know what I'm saying? And at this particular time, I don't think there was a pressing job that he was working on. Maybe one of the other mechanics was. So I just, I was like, hey, you want to go ahead and take that alternator off, or? I was going to wait until the alternator comes so I could do the whole job at once. All right, I'm like, all right, whatever. So I left it alone, So alternator comes, he takes it off finally, takes the old one off, puts the new one on. Of course, takes a little extra time because he didn't do that to begin with. But again, it was a pretty easy one. Didn't take long anyways. So he finishes it up, comes inside and hands me the keys or whatever. Job is done, Mr. Service Manager. Job is done. He always say that. Every time he finishes up, job is done. And that like weird, it's not fully Russian. It's something else. Like, like Kosovo or I don't even know what the hell. Something, Kiev maybe, over there in Ukraine. I don't remember. It was something. But job is done. That was his thing. Job is done. What?
You say that sometimes.
What? Job is done. I say that? Oh. It's built in. When you hear something funny or something, you just say it. Like the rest of your life, you just remember and say stupid little things. Like the chicken story. Remember the chicken? Chicken. For any of you new people, I'm on a roll. I'll go ahead and tell you that one. It was actually, I think it was when I was kind of in between. I think I left that job when I was a mechanic. I'm like, I feel like I want to do something else. And a friend of mine's brother-in-law was running a water softener company. Not too far from where I actually worked at the mechanic shop, but near Ybor City in Tampa. It was in Ybor City. And they had company trucks, little like Isuzu trucks loaded up with all the goodies you would need, pipe and PVC and glue and everything to do these water softeners, like install them or fix them. Anyways, I think I ended up leaving the shop one day. It's like lunchtime. I think I was rebuilding some water softeners, refurbishing them, whatever, resetting them, putting on new resin and stuff inside of them. And then I had a job to go to later in the evening or in the day, I should say. So I go down the street and there's a Hardee's, fast food Hardee's, and I'm hungry. I'm going here and grab something. So I see, new chicken sandwich. Try our new whatever chicken. And so it's kind of that area was kind of ghetto, if you know what I'm saying. So naturally, employees of the local establishments would come from that area. And I get in line at the drive-thru. May I help you? I'm interested in that new chicken sandwich you got. What comes on that? Chicken. Anything else? Lettuce and tomato. So forever now, when anybody says the word chicken, I can't help but go, chicken. You got to smack your lips and then go chicken. Chicken. And when my twins were born, Nicole was probably maybe 2 or 3 years old, and I'm sitting on my lap, Nicole, or she's sitting on the table or the chair right next to me. Nicole, what? Always happy, always smiling. Now she's 13, slightly different. I miss the days where Daddy would come home, they run to you, hold your legs, Daddy. Anyways, Nicole, can you say chicken? Like this? Chicken. And she would go, chicken. Like a T sound. Chicken. And I got her. And she did it. She would repeat it. She got it. So we would eat dinner sometimes, and I'd make him say it. So anyways, JSNP 4 is poisoning your mind. You're going to now do some of these things. Job is done. Honey, what do you want for tonight? For dinner tonight? Chicken. You're going to be at restaurants. Can I get a grilled chicken? I'm telling you, I ruined your life just now. But it's all in fun though. It's all in good fun. So I'll go ahead. I got plenty of things to talk about video wise. I just been busy. I was busy all day long doing something at the house, and they finally got the jacuzzi thing fixed. We're having a problem where it pours into the pool like when it goes through its cycle like maintenance, but if you put it in jacuzzi, spa mode and turn it on and use it, it's supposed to stop that and then just keep the water inside and heat the water inside. Well, it kept pouring out, and they brought a guy out Wednesday and, all right, you're all done. No, it's the same problem. You didn't change anything. Oh, okay. Came back today, Friday, and there was some electronic automated valve. I told the first guy, I'm like, look, there's 2 of those automated valves. And I sat here, put the thing in service mode, tried every single thing I could turn on and off. And the one on the left is moving all over the place. This one on the right has never, ever moved. Oh, yeah, well, it shouldn't be that. Okay. You're the boss, you're the Mr. Service Manager, Mr. Service Tech. But he replaced this old style flapper valve thing, but it didn't change anything. And so he put a new style in, but it didn't fix anything. So I'm like, hey, still having a problem. It came out today. It was actually in the circuit board where there's a spa mode, for, electric heat, and then there's solar. We don't have solar. So the guy was like, they're the same thing. There's just a label. So if you want, we'll just switch the wiring to solar, and then your phone app will program it remotely on the website, basically, so that when you use your phone app, it'll just use if it knows to use the solar, I'll route it or whatever to use that. So they did it and it worked fine. He's like, it's either that or an $800, whole, circuit board. I'm like, I'll go ahead with the solar thing. We're good. So anyways, story time with JSNP 4. Take care.